Hare Krishna. Welcome back to the series of discussing Damodarashtakam. So today we shall be discussing text 5 from the Damodarashtakam. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana-chalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So the fifth verse of Damodarashtakam goes like Idam te mukham bhojam atyanta nilay ritam kuṇḍalay snigdha-raktaśya gopyā muhushchumbitam bimba-raktadharam me manasya virastamalam lakshalabhe. So this verse, the theme of this verse is the beautiful face of Krishna and a desire to have that face always manifested in the heart. Satyavrat Muni, he begins with saying, Idam te mukham bhoja. This, idam means this. Mukha ambuja. Te, mukha ambuja. Mukha is face and ambuja is lotus. So Krishna's face is being described here as lotus. Actually, Krishna, his face is described by Sanatana Goswami as prafulla kamalakar. Prafulla means blossoming and kamala is lotus. So his face is of, lotus generally when it's closed, it's like this shape. But when it's blossoming, it's fully like, akar, the size of the lotus flower grows. So prafulla kamalakar means the blossoming lotus flower. His face is like a blossoming lotus flower. And also, Krishna's face is defined as Nikhila Santapa Hari. Nikhila means all, and Santapa means the tapa is miseries. Santapa means all the miseries. Hari means which steals away. So Krishna's face, simply looking at Krishna's face, removes all the miseries. Therefore, devotees, they go to temple to have the darshan of the Lord. It's because simply by looking at the face of the Lord, it removes all the distress and miseries. And also, Krishna's face is parāmṛṣṭam. His face is, supreme joy. Param-ānanda-rūpam is full of that great bliss or joy. So simply looking at the face of Krishna not only removes all the miseries, but also brings immense joy or happiness in the life of devotees. So Satyavrat Muni is praying, Idam te mukham bhoja. Then the description of the face is being given, Atyanta nilaya. Nila means blue and Atyanta means too much or deep. In this case, Atyanta nilaya means deep blue. So when the blue, you keep increasing the intensity of blue color, it becomes deep and deep blue and it finally turns to black. So Krishna's face is defined as Atyanta nilaya. It's blackish. And Idam te mukham bhojam atyanta nilaya ritam kuṇḍalay. And his face, though it is blackish, very beautiful like a lotus flower, it is ritam. Ritam means surrounded by. Like we say the word avritam. Krishna says in Bhagavad, avritam jnanam etena. Avrita means to completely cover. But ritam means to surround. So Krishna's beautiful face is surrounded by kuṇḍalay. Kuṇḍalay means curly hair. So just imagine, he's meditating on the beautiful face of Krishna, which is bluish in complexion, or the dark, in complexion, and is being surrounded by the beautiful locks of curly hair. Ritam kuntale. And then the further description is being given of the face. Ritam kuntale snigdha. Snigdha means his face is not just black and surrounded by the locks of curly hair, but it's also glossy. Snigdha means glossy. So Krishna's face reflects the light, looks so beautiful. Just imagine, in the first verse we were discussing, Krishna is wearing the kundala. The kundala are reflected in Krishna's cheeks, because Krishna's face is shiny. Snigdha raktaischa gopyā muhushchumbitam. And his cheeks, his face is actually little reddish. Rakta. Rakta means little reddish. Muhushchumbitam. By being kissed. Muhu means again and again. And chumbitam means kissed. Muhushchumbitam. Actually says, Ritam kuntale snigdha raktaischa gopyā muhushchumbitam. So gopi is kissing his face again and again. Now this gopi could refer to Mother Yasoda. Naturally, Mother Yasoda kisses Krishna's face again and again. But there's also one another gopi, that is Srimati Radharani. So since the gopyā word is referring to gopi, it could mean Srimati Radharani or Mother Yasoda. So Krishna's face is little bit reddish. His cheeks are especially little reddish because of being kissed again and again. Muhushchumbitam. By the gopi. Muhushchumbitam. And his lips are being described. Bhimba rakta adharam. Adhara means lips. And lips are also reddish, but they are like bimba fruit. Bimba rakta adharam. Now, I don't know how many of you know the bimba. I think most of the people who lived in India or who eat Indian vegetables, they might know this bimba fruit. Bimba is none other than the tendli, the sabji that we make, the tendli. I don't know how many of you know, but mostly in Indian stores you get that vegetable. So the tendli, if you leave it on the tree, it ripens and turns into dark, bright red color. And that is called bimba. So bimba, it is very deep red, much more bright and deep red than strawberries. So you can imagine the fruit. So bimba rakta adharam. Krishna's lips are deep red like the bimba fruit. So it must be, you'll be wondering, ladies generally try to apply the lipsticks, mostly the red color now. They may have many different colors, but generally the red color. Because Krishna's lips are naturally reddish. They are very attractive. Ladies generally apply lipstick so that their lips may be attractive. Become very prominent on the face, the red lips. But Krishna's lips are not reddish due to some lipstick. They are naturally deep red like the bimba fruit. And Satyavat Muni, in the last line, he prays, Muhushchumbitam bimbarakta dharam me manas avirastam alam lakshalabhe. Manas avirastam. Me manas avirastam. He's saying, this form of yours, my Lord, may enter into my mind, may become manifest in my mind. May manas avirastam. Avirastam means to enter. May this form of yours as Bala Gopal enter into my mind. Alam lakshalabhe. I consider this one benediction much more valuable than millions and millions of other boons. Alam lakshalabhe. Even lakhs and lakhs of other benedictions are not to be compared with this one benediction. It's actually very interesting. It's not that only Satyavrata Muni is praying like this. You find in the lives of Vaishnavas or pure devotees of the Lord, this kind of mood is very prevalent and very common. Dhruva Maharaj wanted to have the unparalleled kingdom, but when he saw Lord Vishnu simply having the darshan of the Lord, he considered having the kingdom, much greater kingdom than his great-grandfather Brahma, to be like a broken piece of glass. We don't really try to collect the broken piece of glass. When the glass breaks in the home, you just throw it away in the dustbin. So that's how Dhruva Maharaj considered. And even now, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, there was a very, very exalted Vaishnava named Sridhar Kolaveji, a very dear associate of the Lord. He was very poor, didn't have any money. Practically, he used to sell some bananas to have some livelihood. And whatever little money he would get, he would use 50% for his maintenance and 50% he would use to worship Mother Ganga, knowing it to be coming from the feet of the Supreme Lord. He would worship and with great love and devotion Ganga Devi. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed his identity to Sridhar Kolaveja during Sata Prahari Leela, the 21 hours consecutive pastimes in the house of Srivas Thakur, that time Lord Chaitanya told Sridhar Kolaveja, "My dear Sridhar, ask any benediction." Sridhar was very poor. His clothing were torn. He had a very, meager, small thatched hut, which would, probably the rain water would seep through the roof. Anywhere he would stood. And yet, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sridhar, ask any benediction. I can give you immense wealth. I can give you the kingdom of heavenly planets. I can make you the Indra, the king of the heavenly planets. I can give you liberation. But what did Sridhar ask? Since Sridhar was a banana seller, Lord Chaitanya used to go to his shop, argue with him on the price of bananas. For hours, Lord Chaitanya would argue on the price of bananas and banana leaves that Sridhar would sell. So Sridhar said, "My dear Lord, I want only this one benediction. The same Nimai who comes to my shop and argues with me for the price of bananas and banana leaves may just continue to come to my shop, birth after birth, and forcibly take away my bananas and banana leaves without paying me anything." This is the benediction he asked. He was so satisfied by having that loving exchange with the Lord. Similarly, Satyavrata Muni was saying, having the beautiful face of this Gopal in my heart is much more superior to the millions and millions of other benedictions. With this mood, Satyavrata Muni is praying to be able to meditate on the form of the Lord, which he prayed also in the previous verse, in the 4th verse. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.